Hi all, I'm Dakshita Herklin here. I'm happy to present you with my first AI project. It is an AI agent that I have created as a result of 5-day course that I attended, which was conducted by Google and Gaggle. There were many topics covered like AI agent types, how an AI agent to be evaluated, how is the memory working in the AI agent, what are the custom tools that we can create and implement in the AI agent. Out of which I have taken on 3 topics and implemented in the project and created an AI agent. It is a simple AI agent. As you all know, it is an automotive AI agent. Here comes a question: why automotive? And what is this AI agent going to do? First, let me answer the first question: why I have selected this field and particularly automotive. Here, there was a survey that was made in the year 2021, according to which it was found only because of distraction driving, there were 3,522 lives lost. This problem isn't just comfort; it's a critical safety failure. Here, so in order to reduce this critical safety gap, I have constructed this AI agent. Here, my project name is Sentinel. Sentinel, if you search, it is like a cop or someone who is going to take care of your safety and going to remind you about the safety measures. Here, I have constructed a multi-agent system. This is not one agent that is going to work. There, I am here maintaining 2 agents. I am constructing 2 agents. The 2 agents will work under a supervised agents. Like 2 separate agents with 2 separate motives will be connected and work as a sub agent for a particular root agent. We'll go through it when I am going through the code that I have made. Here, first one is the safety agent, which will monitor the driver's safety by by 2 parameters. We will check to that. One is the I parameter and another one is the steering deviation. And the second one is the concierge agent. It handles personalized requests. Like it is like handling your musical systems. It will just remember your musical likes. Like you like 90s rock, it will remember it once you have said. Don't want to remind it regularly. Here I am using the preloaded memory. Okay, and here these two will work together. When they are working together, always safety first. So the safety agent will work, then followed by the concierge agent. So here this is the system architecture. Here I have followed the sequential flow. As I've already mentioned, we will get a user input. As of now, we are giving it as a prompt. But when we are implementing it, we can implement it as a sensor data too. By using the sensor data, we'll be monitoring the eye, and also we'll be monitoring the steering device. After giving this input, it will enter into a supervisor is the root agent I was talking about. It will have 2 sub agents. One is the safety agent and another one is the concierge agent. The safety agent will run the custom tool. Here the safety agent will check the eye deviation and the steering deviation, which will check both the parameters level. If it's fine, okay. If it's not, it will take actions. And then after the safety agent has gone through, the concierge agent will work. That here the concierge agent, I have used it simply for the memory purpose. It will remember the things you know, and if you want to know whether it's remembering it or not, even in various sessions. Session is like if we go to chat gpt and we are talking to that in one session, and if the next section we talk open a new session or a new chat and we talk about the same thing, there would be some disconnections, but here it won't happen. When we are using this, even in various sessions, it will be able to remember it. This is the flow of the system. Here the first is the driver safety agents. Here I have used the custom tool. Custom tool is a tool that we are creating. Using the Python language, I have created a function known as the fatigue detection model. Here it will be getting the values like the I and other steering deviations. And if you want, we can add all other things that we want to check in the future. And next comes the adaptive consider. Here it is going to know about all your interest, all your favorite things. And when you come come to it, like example as I've given, it remembers the user's favorite music genre. So if you said somewhere is 90s rocks, and you after sometimes play the music that I love, it will play all 90s rocks music. So this is not a safety agent, but it is non-safety user request. But both on the same agents we can perform. Here, the sequential agent is the core of our architecture. That is the supervisor agent. The supervisor agent is the core under which these two sub agents work. Okay. Here always, as I've always said, safety checks always runs first. So first, we will check that. Please remember my favorite genre is 90s rock. It is the prompt that I am giving. And after a few seconds, if you asked it, what is my favorite genre? Sensor, what is my favorite genre? Then it will be able to answer it. The sensor data 0.90 and 0.95 is about the eye detection and steering deviation. Okay. While going to the code, I would be able to explain it further. I think we can go to the code right now, and then we will move to the rest of the slides. Here, for doing the Google ADK, here I have created the pip install Google ADK, which will be installing all the requirements from the Google Agent Development Kit. After that, we will be using our API key, which we'll be using an API key which will be present in this. We have to activate it and we have to work on it. And then we can set up the ADKs that are required. Like, it is like importing things, importing tools that are required. Then constructing a helper function and a retry configuration. These are all the basic setups that are needed. So here I am constructing a basic Gemini model. Here a basic Gemini model is constructed. So here I will be giving the model name and the retry configurations that I have already present. So next comes the custom tool. Here this is the important thing that we have worked on. This is the custom tool, the custom model, that function that I have created, a fatigue detection model. Fatigue is like detecting that the driver attention is not good. Here the eye closure rate is the thing that we are considering. I have taken both eye closure rate and the steering deviation in the float format. Here the function is going to perform like if the eye closure rate and the steering deviation rate, here if this crosses this value, for example here I have mentioned eye closure rate as greater than 0.35 and steering deviation rate as greater than 0.8. If these two are being crossed, then the action will be taken, like fatigue detector recommended intervention. That means the person driving the car is not very attentive, he is distracted or else he is tired. And we'll be returning with that JSON format, like the status is critical recommended, the action word will be provided, or else the driver status normal. So this is the custom tool, the custom function that I have created, followed by the LLM agents. LLM is a large language model agent that we are creating. The LLM agent will use the instruction. Here the LLM agent is going to check the state of the function fatigue detection model and the output of that. The tools that is used is the tool that we have to mention here is the model that the function that we have created. Then comes the adaptive concierge agent. Here it is not about safety, it's about your preferences. What do you know, what are the things you want the car to remember. So here the car is like an assistant. It is like we are using it for purposes. We are using a preload memory tool here for storing it in the memory for a prolonged time. It is an active memory. We have two things. One is session memory, another one is memory. Session is being used for this particular section. If I close this tab and open up new session and ask the same question, it won't be able to answer. But memory is for long term. It will be storing as a key value. For example, I've said my favorite music genre is 90s rock. Then music, it will be music as a key, and 90s genre will be stored as a value. It will be stored in a JSON form. Here comes the important task, a supervisor agent. Here comes the supervisor agent. Let me run it all again. Okay. And here comes the supervisory agent. It is the root agent. This is the agent that is going to act as the root. It will be having two sub agents. One is the safety agent, another one is the cohesion agent that we have created above. Here, to test it, I have given various prompts. Like, please remember that I prefer the fastest route always, and that my car is sedan. There is nothing to talk about the eye closure rate, or talk about the steering deviation. So here, after I question this, here the driver safety agent is the first thing that is running. And here it is telling that I understand your preferences, but to check the driver safety status, I need to know about the two parameters. After which runs the adaptive concierge agent. Got it? I have noted that you always prefer the fastest route, that your car is sedan. I will keep this in the mind for the future request. And then after a few minutes, or in the particular session I have asked, we can also ask in various sessions. In this particular session I have asked what is the model of the car, and I also provided the two parameters that it has asked me before. First is the driver agent, as it is not crossing the parameters that we have mentioned. The parameters that we have mentioned is 0.35 and zero point 0.8. It is not crossing that. So the driver status is normal. And I understand you're asking about the model of the car. I have noted that your car is sedan. It is remembering it. Okay, it is not knowing the particular model name because we have not given it a particular model name. Thanks for providing. It looks like the driver safety has already processed that information and confirmed the driver status normal. Is there anything else I can assist with? Here I am asking what is my preferred route. I have said that my preferred route style is fast. I have to go fast. And I have also provided here it is critical. So here let's see what's happening. Here the driver safety is being checked and it is provided critical, and it says I prefer the fastest rules and I drive sedan. I see that the eye closure rate is 0.90 and 95 and has determined the driver's safety is critical. So this is how things are working. This is the AI agent that I have created. Now going back to the slide. Now I think it would be very much easier to understand. Yeah, user input is, please remember my favorite music is 90s rock. Got it, I remember. And this is the AI agent I've created. The concept, as I've already said, I've used is the sequential agents, and the custom tool is the function that I've used. And for long term memory, I've used the preloaded memory here. We can also add various other agents to it. We can add a navigation agent, and we can even add a agent that checks various other options like the car's tire pressure, or when is the last time that the oil for the engine has been changed. We can also do that. We can make it like an agent to agent calls, and we can also deploy that. And we can also deploy it and make things more effective. And thank you for listening to my presentation. Again, I would like to thank Google and Gaggle for providing me this opportunity. I'm really happy that I have created an AI agent on my own. Thank you.